rise today on behalf of nearly 44 million American consumers who have invested in, traded, or used digital assets. That's 1 in 5 Americans. The public interest in these markets is already here, and it's not going away. Under the status quo, there is a gap in regulation for the digital commodity asset market. Our work here today could begin to provide the protections that American investors are accustomed to in traditional financial markets regulated by the CFTC. Regardless of whether Congress acts, these markets will continue to grow. The only question is whether we will begin the hard work of developing regulation or refuse to begin. The Clarity Act would put consumer protections in place for the first time for this industry. Consumers will finally be protected by the same sort of guardrails that protect investors in other sectors of the economy: segregation of customer deposits, consumer disclosures, mandatory record keeping, and examination by regulators. We do not want another FTX. The 2022 collapse of the world's third largest cryptocurrency exchange wiped out an estimated $8 to $10 billion in value, leaving American consumers holding the bag. The Clarity Act would have largely mitigated or avoided this crisis entirely. Former Biden administration CFTC Chairman Russ Benham yesterday testified before the Senate Agriculture Committee. Quote, what he said, inaction will only result in greater risk to our financial markets and investors through lack of market transparency, fraud, market manipulation, corruption, and conflicts of interest, lack of action. Now, let me address the elephant in the room: the first family's involvement with digital assets and personally profiting from them. It's rightfully raised questions of impropriety and alarmed government ethics watchdogs. The first family's personal financial involvement in other sectors, such as telecoms, should ring alarm bells as well, loud and clear as it comes to ethics in our country. There is a time and place for holding the powerful accountable, and that must happen. We should address executive branch corruption independently, and it should apply to all sectors. Today, we must focus on regulation and protections for consumers, because today, 1 in 5 Americans and growing lack those protections, lack any guardrails. It's our job to start putting them in place. Is this bill perfect? No. Can it be improved upon? Absolutely. And I encourage my Senate colleagues to keep working those outstanding issues. This bill deserves our support, and I urge my colleagues to vote yes. Thank you, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman reserves.